You can hear now?
Yes, doctor.
Thank you.
गिरीश भाई, रुपेश भाई.
International online series for expectant mothers, family members, gynecologist, and antenatal healthcare provider. Divine Garbh Sanskar, three-dimensional antenatal care. A program for expectant mothers to be a master craftsman. A program which talks about the pathway of celebrating life with complete blossoming of your consciousness leading to healthy and happy mother-baby. Internationally renowned motivational speaker B.K. Shivani shall enlighten the path of shaping your child's personality. The time is now. On 13th December 2020 from 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Followed by inaugural session till 1:30 p.m. Web series starts from 19th December 2020 to 28th February 2021. Every Saturday from 5 p.m. to 6:15 p.m. and Sunday 11 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. Medical professionals shall share simple practices for shaping your baby's destiny through mind power. Each session will be followed by the Raj Yoga meditation course by experts guiding the pathway of peaceful mind and blissful life. Medical participants of the web series shall be entitled for ICOG credit points e-participation certification. Join us live on Facebook and YouTube channel Divine Garbh Sanskar, a public initiative by Medical Wing of Brahma Kumaris, AMOGS, DY Patil Medical College, Navi Mumbai, DSRF, Navi Mumbai, ICOG, iMums, Public Awareness, Study of Breast, Young Talent Promotion, Safe Motherhood Committees of FOXY, ISOPUB, and AICC RCOG. For further correspondence, contact Organizing Secretary BK Dr. Shubhada Neel.
Om Shanti, dear divine brothers and sisters. Please accept greeting of peace and happiness from Almighty God and Dadi Vrute Muniji, Chief of Brahma Kumaris. It gives me immense pleasure to give brief about the aims and objectives of the Divine Garbh Sanskar. It's a three-dimensional antenatal care international webinar series for expectant mothers, family members, gynecologists across India in collaboration with the medical wing of Brahma Kumaris, national gynecological organizations. Our vision is to help the expectant mothers to create a value and virtue-based child And our mission, the children of today are the leaders of tomorrow, and therefore the focus should be to lay a strong foundation when the baby is in the womb, so as to build a healthy, happy future generation. So Garbha Sanskar has been considered as an important method to imbibe virtues in the baby inside the womb. Studies have also shown that the practice of Garbha Sanskar has a positive impact on mental, emotional, and physical well-being of the expectant mother and baby. Divine Garbha Sanskar, three-dimensional antenatal care international webinar series is a unique initiative in collaboration with medical wing of Brahma Kumaris and national gynecological organizations, which focuses on the providing holistic antenatal care, which will not only reduce the maternal and the perinatal morbidity and mortality, but will also prevent several intergenerational NCDs such as diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases. It would address the fetal origin of adult diseases, thus preventing many NCDs. The components of the projects are periconceptional care, good quality antenatal care, healthy diet, exercise, stress managing techniques. Divine Garbha Sanskar program uses three-dimensional antenatal care, holistic diet, exercise, and Raj Yoga meditation during pregnancy and childbirth, which has the profound positive benefits for the mother and the new creation. As you are all aware that the thoughts, feeling, emotions, and the mental state of the expectant mother affects the health and the behavior of the growing fetus and even later as an adult. The present antenatal care focuses mainly on the physical health and the other dimensions are mostly neglected. This program gives equal importance to mental, social, and spiritual health of the pregnant mothers to make them healthy and thus empowering the future generation. The spiritual lifestyle and the regular meditation practice as an important aspect of spirituality helps to adopt positive thinking, manage stress, and improve mental, social, and physical health. Breastfeeding and the postpartum care during postpartum period, which promotes health of the mother and the baby, will also be addressed. We are working on the divine cause, visualizing a world of purity, peace, and prosperity. It is in this decisive period of 9 months when maximum efforts are to be taken for the betterment of the offspring. Today, it is scientifically proven that the unborn baby can not only listen and feel, but it also responds in its own way. This is why it is important to transfer positive thoughts, positive energies, and the positive emotions to the baby and to the pregnant woman. The mother can shape up baby's first impression by listening to good music, reading material that stimulates positive thinking, meditating, doing yoga, and much more. So commencing from December 13th, 2020, that's today, the series will be spanned over the period of 3 months, every Saturday 5 to 6:15 p.m. and every Sunday 11 to 12:15 p.m., followed by 4 days Raj Yoga meditation course on Monday to Thursday 5:30 to 6:30 p.m., where senior gynecologists and Raj Yoga practitioners will share simple spiritual tools aimed at empowering expectant mothers from busy to easy, anger to patience, irritation to compassion, stress to happiness. As we make this paradigm shift in our consciousness, life will become a celebration. And the medical fraternity will be awarded with the ICOG credit points and e-participation certificate. This series aims to sensitize gynecologists and other antenatal healthcare providers with solution-oriented approach to empower expectant mothers. This will enable healthcare providers in addressing their physical and physiological challenges in their journey of pregnancy. I'm very happy to share that the Brahma Kumaris, an organization with large spread and reach across globe, is associated with the project to teach meditation to the expectant mothers and also to the healthcare providers. Special highlights for my colleagues from medical fraternity. The program would enable them to manage their pressure with pleasure as they themselves would learn meditation. Let's together infuse new enthusiasm in bringing positive transformation to the mindset of the antenatal healthcare providers, expectant mothers, and their family members. I'm optimistic that with the efforts from all the groups associated with this project, that's Medical Wing of Brahma Kumaris, AMOX, D.Y. Patil Medical College, Divine Sanskar Research Foundation, ICOG, IMUMS, ISPAT, Public Awareness Committee of FOXY, Study of Breast Committee FOXY, Young Talent Promotion Committee FOXY, Safe Motherhood Committee FOXY, Medical Disorders in Pregnancy Committee FOXY, AICC, RCOG, and ISOPA. All these associations, the expectant mothers in every part of our country would be immensely benefited. To sum up, I would like to share that each parent in this world has a dream for their child and they have the same prayer to the Almighty. Their children should be healthy, wealthy, successful, having all divine virtues. The Almighty, our spiritual parent, also foresees recreation of the beautiful world which would be full of peace, love, purity, and happiness. Thus, I am very happy to share that this Divine Garbha Sanskar three-dimensional antenatal care international webinar series is a step forward towards this beautiful cosmic blueprint. From bottom of my heart, I would like to acknowledge especially the Foxy presidents, the present president, Dr. Alpesh Gandhi, 2018 president, Dr. Jaideep Malhotra, 2019 president, Dr. Nandita Palchetkarji, and 2021, the president-elect, Dr. Shanta Kumari Madam, and 2022 president, Dr. Rishikesh Pai sir, and everyone, the all chairpersons, all Foxians who worked relentlessly in making this project a great success. I'm sure all my fellow gynecologists, friends would work together in this endeavor of creating a new world of peace, compassion, and divinity. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay divine. And definitely I would like to thank the Doc Mode as well as the Zydus for doing the tremendous work. Thank you one and all. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Dr. Shubha Neel, for that beautiful way to present the aim and objective. And I'm very confident that all of us together, we will be able to achieve the aim and objective. Friends, let's move to a very beautiful session once again. मैं समझता हूँ हम सिस्टर शिवानी को जितना भी सुने उतना ही कम लगता है, और ऐसा लगता है कि हम उन्हें बार बार सुनते रहें, उनसे हम गाइडेंस लेते रहें. I think there is no other better personality than Sister Shivani to speak about the role of gynecologist in recreating a healthy, happy new world. And she blends the consciousness of science, the consciousness of spirituality in such a beautiful, lucid way that people from the field of science can also understand. And I'm reminded of a very beautiful quote by Khalil Gibran. He said, "Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of lives longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls. For their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. For life goes not backward, not tarries with yesterday." And I'm reminded, जो सिस्टर शिवानी ने सुबह के सेशन में कहा, I think what she was trying to say is for all of us that please don't fight with the system, don't change the system, create a new system with a new mindset, with a new consciousness. I request Dr. Surekha Patil ma'am, who is a DNB, DA, MBBS Dean and Professor at D.Y. Patil Medical College. She has been awarded with Sri Puruskar 2017, Jewel of India 2015, Super Achievers Award and Rotary Excellence Award by the Rotary International. I request Dr. Surekha Patil to introduce once again Sister Shivani. Dr. Surekha Patil, ma'am.
Yeah. Om Shanti. Good afternoon to all divine angels. It is a great honor and privilege to introduce a very popular international spiritual leader, Brahma Kumari Shivani Didi. Shivani Didi was born in Pune and completed her postgraduate and undergraduate study in electronic engineer from Pune University. And since childhood, she is blessed with this spiritual knowledge. Didi is a very senior Raj Yoga teacher for over 20 years. And everyone knows how she explains beautifully the application of knowledge of science to understand the existence and the task of God. We all know Brahma Kumari Shivani Didi has become every household name through her Awakening with Brahma Kumari series which helped to change the lives of many people around the world. And for her great contribution in changing the world, President of India awarded a Nari Shakti Award in 2018. Also, she is a Goodwill Ambassador of World Psychiatric Association. With these few words, I welcome Brahma Kumari Shivani Didi in this series. And with the grace of God, let us we all come together and make the life celebration. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. It's lovely to be together with all those angels who are instrumental in bringing angels into this world. For a large part of the last few decades, most of us have focused on physical health of individuals because that's what is our role. It's definitely our role to take care of the physical health of the individual, to treat the physical health of the individual. But what we are seeing in the last couple of years is there is another epidemic, and that epidemic is a mental health issue. This year, WHO has said mental health will be a priority. We go to schools and colleges and we find children talking more about depression and anxiety attack rather than physical health issues under their health department. Because physical health is something that they know about, they can handle. But when it comes to their emotional health and mental health issues, they're still struggling with it. So we suddenly have a generation who is already experiencing symptoms of depression, panic attack, hyperactivity, anxiety attack in student life. And we've all grown up in a generation which said student life was the best life, it was the most carefree life. But if student life may I start experiencing these kind of emotions, then it becomes an issue of concern that what's the future of the individual going to be? If a child is going to panic before a school exam or a board exam, life has many more exams for them in store, many situations which might not be our way. In fact, I think last month we were all together on a conference talking about mental health issues in adolescents. And honestly, for me, that was a lot of learning that day that there is so much issue in adolescent age. I was not aware of that. So then all the more important that why Garab Sanskar? In fact, 20th of this month, we are doing a conference with the World Psychiatric Association and the Indian Psychiatric Society. And the whole theme of that conference, it has all psychiatrists only. The theme of that conference is spirituality, religion, and meditation in mental health. And these are all doctors. These are all psychiatrists of the international, from the World Psychiatric Association. And the whole theme is spirituality, religion, and meditation in mental health. So now spirituality cannot be separate from our way of living. So it's important that we as healthcare professionals start connecting the individual, start connecting the expecting couple to the spiritual principles of life, to a spiritual way of living. But for that, we will need to experiment it ourselves. Because when we use the word spirituality, we have a very different picture in our mind. We think, okay, it's someone who's going to change the color of the clothes they wear. They're going to live in a separate place. They're going to eat separate food. And we thought spirituality was all that. Spirituality is not what we wear, where we live. Spirituality is how we think, how we feel, and how we create our emotions and mindset here. And so we can be a leader of a business house, we can be the head of our hospital, we can be a doctor who's seeing hundreds of patients throughout the day, but completely spiritual in our mindset, which you are, because compassion is spirituality. Healing is spirituality. Caring is spirituality. So spirituality is actually deeply integrated with the healthcare professional. But sometimes, while taking care of everybody so selflessly, sometimes we forget to take care of ourselves. And then we have stress and anxiety as a part of our life. And कई बार तो It becomes a very natural way to say, doctors है ना, life इतनी difficult होती है, तो stress तो होगा ही. And especially when it is gynecologist, then तो we don't know कि रात को कितने बजे उठ के भागना है, कितने बजे आना है. Routine is not set. So there are a lot of challenges in life. But that is why spirituality is needed. That the challenge, the timings of the day, all the crisis that's coming is in the outer world. But to energize our inner world, to be able to remain calm and stable while we are facing the crisis of the outer world, that is spiritual power. That is spiritual power. And so, as a healer, that spiritual power needs to be a part of our inner power. This is it. This inner power should have that divine power inside, because then your vibrations which you give, everything that we talk about Garab Sanskar, everything you will be sharing with your patients, and you have always been sharing with them. But suppose you had to tell your couple who comes to you tomorrow, if you get angry, even your child will get affected. And then the couple will look back at you and say, but Dr. Saab, कैसी बातें करते हो आप? गुस्सा तो आएगा ही ना, अब इतना कुछ होता है सारा दिन, गुस्सा तो आएगा ही. तो अब डॉक्टर साहब ऊपर से क्या बोलेंगे? डॉक्टर साहब कैसे बोलेंगे कि गुस्सा नहीं करना, अगर डॉक्टर साहब खुद गुस्सा करते हैं? से बोलेंगे तो फिर डॉक्टर साहब बोलेंगे, हाँ मैं समझती हूँ कि गुस्सा नहीं करना आता था है, लेकिन आप मत करना. सो वील हैव टू टेल देम कि आप मत करना, क्योंकि आप अभी प्रेग्नेंट हो, मेरा कुछ नहीं है, मैं तो कर सकती हूँ. लेकिन वो कहेंगे, डॉक्टर साहब कैसे रह सकते हैं इस दुनिया में बिना गुस्सा किए? सो यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू कन्विंस देम. You'll be able to tell them, you'll be able to inspire them, but you will not be able to convince them till you experience it in your life. And when you are experiencing it in your life, you just say it to them. And they'll say, Dr. Saab, aise kaise ho sakta hai? And then you're going to say, Bilkul ho sakta hai, because this is a change that I have created in my life. And if I can do it throughout the day and night in a hospital, in situations of crisis, तो आपके जीवन में ऐसी कौन सी crisis है? So if I can do it, you can do it. And when you say it to them, you've already finished all the effort that they have to put in there. For a student, टीचर क्या कहती है वो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट होता है. एंड फॉर अ पेशेंट, डॉक्टर क्या कहते हैं सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट होता है. डॉक्टर ने कहा है, डॉक्टर ने कहा है. इट बिकम्स अ वे ऑफ लिविंग बिकॉज डॉक्टर ने कहा है. सो दिस बिकम्स अ ह्यूज मॉरल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ अ हेल्थ केयर प्रोफेशनल, because your belief, your way of living is not just yours. It's not just writing your destiny. You have the power to influence thousands of mindsets every year. Thousands and thousands start living their life because of what a doctor says. A doctor says this is right, everybody will start doing it. A doctor next year will say, no, this is not right, this is changed, everybody will change next year. How much power? How much power your noble profession has given you to be able to change the mindset of people in 1 second. One thought. If we talk to patients, आप vegetarian खाइए, आप ऐसे, they say हाँ हाँ सब ठीक है. But at the end of it, what they will say, but हमारे डॉक्टर ने बोला है कि हमारे को प्रोटीन के लिए वो खाना है. So we will spend an hour explaining it to them, and they will wash it off in one line by saying, लेकिन हमारे डॉक्टर ने बोला है. Which we truly agree कि whatever the doctor is saying for the best of the person. But the doctor needs to also experiment with that. Experiment. So, along with what we have studied in science, we also need to experiment it spiritually. And then what will evolve from us will be wellness. That holistic wellness, what we talk about, it has to evolve from our personality. And that will evolve from our personality when we integrate it into our lifestyle. So, at least, if for everybody we say 1 hour, then for you, at least 30 minutes. At least 30 minutes of self-care on a daily basis. At least 30 minutes. Because even though you're always surrounded by happy parents, but yet you are in a hospital during the whole day. There's a lot of energy there. There's a lot of vibration there. It does have a depleting effect over a period of time. Many times you are on short of sleep because of anything that you have to wake up to and go in the middle of the night. These all things take a toll on us. It all takes a toll on us. So it's very important that we energize ourselves on a daily basis. And so at least 30 minutes on a daily basis we should have for spiritual study and for meditation. Now gone is the era where we are going to say we don't have time. One thing that the world has learned from COVID, very, very important lesson that came to us from COVID is that yes, there was a situation from outside, but many minds did not have the strength to face that situation. In the first month itself, that is in the end of April, Indian Psychiatric Society said 20% rise in mental health issues in the country in the first month. First month, 20% rise in the issues of mental health cases in the country. These were reported cases. There's going to be a lot which was not reported, which did not come for treatment. So there's been a rise in depression, anxiety attack. There's been a rise in relationship conflict, in domestic violence, in abuse in families during lockdown. There's been a huge rise on the number of phone calls that have been coming to the counseling centers, and there's been a rise in suicide attempts, and we know it all. And so it was a reflection that yes, there came a situation which was not my way, but my mind did not have the strength to cope up with it. So, along with physical health, another element which needs to be a part of our healthcare is emotional health. We have physical health, all specializations. We have mental health as a specialization, but there's no specialization on emotional health. So, emotional health has to be a part of every specialization. And so, emotional health of the person coming to us. And before that, our own emotional health. The healer's vibrations can energize the person. Just meeting you for 5 minutes, somebody can go energized, especially because they get very less time to spend with you to talk to you. But your vibrations can energize them and can silence their mind if you are energizing yourself on a daily basis. It's only then. Garab Sanskar is scientific, but yet it is also based on the spiritual principles of living. The science is there, but the principles are spiritual. The principles are of the unseen energy of thoughts, feelings, vibrations. The science behind it will be the hormones. That's all the science, but the emotional health. So, for emotional health of the patient, I think every doctor will now, out of your 10 minutes that you would get on an average, 10 to 15 minutes with every couple, at least 2 to 3 minutes, you will need to talk about this to every couple. They will need to be told about this from a doctor only, that along with your body, you will need to take care of your mind. With all the do's and don'ts that you give them for these 9 months, what to eat, what not to eat, we'll need to tell them how to think, how to feel, how not to react, how not to get stressed, how not to worry. But we'll have to give that to them with power, because they will say, Doctor Saab, COVID ka time chal raha hai. How not to worry? How not to worry, how not to get anxious. So that has to radiate from our belief system. It has to radiate from our personality. Then it will go to them very, very, very easily. So let's start working together on our emotional quotient. Now, in these 6 months, every corporate house that we were talking to on a conference, on a webinar, everyone said one thing: now we want emotionally intelligent people in our organization. A lot is going to change after this COVID. There's a lot that is going to change. People's priorities are changing. What they are looking for in the other person is changing. So every organization said we want emotionally intelligent people, because we've seen a lot of people collapsing because of this COVID. They cannot become our leaders for tomorrow, is what the organization has to say. And so that emotional intelligence, which they are going to look for when that individual is 25 years old, will have to happen in the womb, will have to happen in the womb, especially because couples are also leading a very different lifestyle now. They are also a part of all the culture right now of society. So it would have to be rubbed in repeatedly, repeatedly. But what you tell them would have to come with your power of experience. your power of conviction, your diet, your lifestyle, your thought process, your emotions, and then one line, and they will take it for a lifetime कि डॉक्टर साहब ने कहा है. Imagine you're having it printed on your prescription. Certain do's and don'ts which are there printed at the back of every prescription sheet कि आप अपने घर में अपने काम पे गुस्सा तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं कर सकते इस 9 महीने के अंदर. गुस्सा करना ना आपके मन के लिए ठीक है, ना आपके शरीर के लिए ठीक है, ना उस बेबी के शरीर के लिए ठीक है. If they have this line coming from you, 50% of their anger will finish then and there that day. Because this is the only time when a person is ready to do anything. If you tell them tomorrow or anger is not good for you, they'll think and they'll say, हाँ हाँ, but बहुत मुश्किल है. But you tell them anger is not good for your baby, they'll finish it right away. They'll finish it right away. They will finish 50% of it right away when you tell them. So like you tell them, don't eat this, don't drink coffee, don't get angry, don't react. And if the family comes to you, the in-laws are coming to you, the spouse is coming to you, your one line to them is going to change the way they're going to behave with the lady of the house. It's going to create a shift. It might not happen instantly, but it's going to start. There is a consciousness change that will need to start in society. If we tell them about screen time, we've all seen enough children around us who are having a tough time with screen addiction. Screen addiction is something that is coming natural to them, but it came because of screen addiction of their parents. We know, and you know more than me, that a lot of mothers are also using screens when they are feeding their baby. When they're feeding their baby, they are using screens. They have phone in their hand and they're feeding their baby. What is the energy that's going to go to the child? What's the energy that's going to go to the child? Because the mother is engaged in a completely different thought process across the screen. Then, a year later, for the mother to say कि मेरा बच्चा फोन के टीवी के बिना खाना ही नहीं खाता है is a natural thing to happen. It's a natural thing to happen. क्योंकि हम उस समय उसको खाना तो फोन के साथ ही खिला रहे थे, खाते खिला रहे थे, तो उसको वो जीवन भर की आदत पड़ जाएगी. But all this, if it starts coming from you, they will drop it off immediately. They will just drop it off immediately. These are very, very small things, but their effects are multifold. Effects are multifold. Distracted eating is the cause of obesity. Distracted eating is a cause of hyperactivity. Mind gets very hyper when I'm looking at violence, a cartoon show, someone's fighting is what I'm consuming. And I'm eating at that time. So my mind will also be in that turbulent state. But this would have to be told to them. So let's start having at least 30 minutes for ourselves on a daily basis. Meditation to energize ourselves, spiritual principles as a way of living and a way of working. There is healing energy in the hospital, but now there also needs to be divine energy in the hospital. So there is healing energy. It radiates in every individual, right from the person who's there at the gate of a hospital to the senior most person. Healing energy just radiates unconditionally. Now we also need divine energy in a hospital. So once you are practicing it, automatically the people coming into your energy circle, those who are assisting you, those who are working around you, it will have a ripple effect. And this is going to change the vibration of that healing center. And then when someone comes to you and you say something to them, the vibration will be there to convince them that this way of living works, because they will feel it in the energy of the hospital. So the hospital will be more like a temple, a high vibrational place where you go and instantly you have peace here. कहते हैं ना, मंदिर गए, गुरुद्वारे गए, मस्जिद गए, चर्च गए, सुकून महसूस हुआ. बट वहां भी तो हम लोग ही जाते हैं सारे, कोई अलग लोग तो जाते नहीं हैं, हम लोग ही वहां जाते हैं. Who creates the vibration of those places? We create. We can create it any के लिए. सब कुछ बाहर कर दिया. So we were taking the equation wrong. If the equation goes wrong, we'll never get the result. We'll never get the result. So the equation is sanskar se sansar. So person more important than performance. Sanskar more important than achievement. this is a mindset. If it starts changing from the time the child is going to be born, then Satyug is very, very close by. Then it's very, very near, because Satyug means sanskar. Kalyug end has become, don't talk about, people don't ask how they earned. They will say, how much are you earning? Doesn't matter what was your way of earning, but how much are you earning? Where have you reached? Doesn't matter how happy you are while moving on the journey of, so priority completely reversed. So this is all that we understand with spiritual principles and meditation, and of course a sattvic lifestyle. Our eating and drinking habits really, really need a shift. Really need a shift. What I've seen in the last couple of years, which is such a refreshing change, is to see doctors coming out openly and talking about it, talking about the benefits of vegetarianism. In fact, last month we did a 3-hour program for television, which was You Are What You Eat, Jaisa Ann Vaisa Man. And we had cardiologists, and we had oncologists, and we had gynecologists, and they came and they openly talked on national television that vegetarian is more healthy. And they talked about how heart issues, diabetes, and certain kinds of cancers are more with an animal-based diet. And many of them said that the longevity of a person is more with the plant-based diet. So this is a beautiful shift. When the scientific community is going to come out and start saying that the plant-based diet is healthy, many people are just waiting to listen to it from the doctors, because they say, to the doctor bolte hai lekin. Once the doctor says it, then they have no excuse left. Then there's only one excuse, mujhe tasty lagta hai. Baki to sare excuse khatam ho jayenge. So thank you so much for starting to bring that out in the open. It really needs to be talked about more. Really needs to be talked about more, that vegetarian is healthy. Vegetarian is healthy for expecting mothers. Vegetarian is healthy for that child. So then they will be giving that baby high energy food, high vibrational food, not food which is vibrations of pain and death of another animal. Cannot. There is energy of suffering in that food. So thank you so much for coming out and openly talking about it. Even though earlier we must have said something else, now we are understanding it, experiencing it, and are ready to talk about it openly. So thank you so much for doing that. And I'm sure together, as Foxy has always been together, talking about Adbhut Matritva, Garbh Sanskar, it's just the beginning. There's a lot more to happen, a lot more that we have to reach, and most important, together, we have to create Satyug on this planet. That's definite. The world just does not want to continue this way. They say, ab bas ye dunya ka kya karna hai? To dunya ko to badalna hi hai. And that's why you have the power. You really have the power. It's from you there that the world can change, because the generation is starting from you. Thank you so much for the miracles you create. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Shivani, for that beautiful talk. You reminded us that doctors have the power. You reminded us that we can influence our patients in a better way. And at the same time, you reminded us that we are next to God. We are like God. And if we can have all the qualities like God, the kind of influence we can create would be tremendous. Now I request Sister Shivani, aap और हमारे Alpesh Gandhi, President Foxy 2020, to release the souvenir and the title song for this particular program.
खुशहाल माता और बालक का दिव्य निर्माण, गर्भ संस्कार, गर्भ संस्कार, गर्भ संस्कार, डिवाइन गर्भ संस्कार, डिवाइन गर्भ संस्कार, डिवाइन गर्भ संस्कार।
There's just a souvenir copy. दीदी आप रिलीज का डॉक्टर अल्पेश गांधी एंड दीदी आप रिलीज का अनाउंस कर दीजिए. आप कुछ इसके बारे में कहिए दीदी.
Om Shanti. I personally feel today whom to give the credit for this. Ki Paramatma ki prerna say it's definitely an inspiration from the divine. But I think it's also the vibration of these souls who are coming now. They're very, very special children who are coming. So actually, it's also they who have invoked this program to happen, because even while they are in the womb, they want to start their preparation right now. So it's a collective consciousness of many, many people together, inspiration from God, pure intention for all the doctors, the healthcare professionals, the intent of the parents who were going through a lot of fear and anxiety, especially because this was happening during COVID times. There was another thought process going on there. But it's the purity of those souls in the womb who have invited this program into the life. And I'm sure it's going to change a lot of destinies, not just the destiny of the child, but also the destiny of the family where those children are coming. So it's going to be a magical experience for everybody. That's certain. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
I request you to introduce Ashwini Kumar Chaubeji, Minister of State for Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. Dr. Rohan.
Thank you, Girish ji.
Yeah.
So Ashwini Kumar Chaube ji, he's the Minister of State for Health. He's also been a veteran politician with over 5 decades of experience. Throughout his career, he has been with the Bharatiya Janata Party and has won 5 consecutive terms to the Bihar Legislative Assembly, and was also the Health Minister for Nitish Kumarji's cabinet. His slogan "घर घर में हो शौचालय का निर्माण, तभी होगा लाडली बिटिया का कन्या." People from all castes and religion to avail the government subsidies to build toilets in their respective homes. Besides this, he is also accredited to have built 11,000 toilets for minorities and below. Besides his political prowess, he has also written a book, Kedarnath Prasadi. This book encaptures the 2013 deluge in Uttarakhand, where he was stranded with his family. They were able to take refuge in the Kedarnath temple before they were being airlifted to safety. Ashwini Chaubeji has been a close friend of Foxy and Amogs. Last year, he was the chief guest at the groundbreaking Arogya Mahila Summit for women conducted by the immediate past president, Dr. Nandita Palshetkar. Ashwini ji and Dr. Harshvardhan ji were presented with white papers on behalf of Foxy, which were greatly appreciated by them. However, today, Ashwini Chaubeji could not make it for the program as he is still recovering from COVID-19. He has passed on his best wishes for the 3D ANC International Online Series, and he hopes that it encourages gynecologists, ANC health workers, expectant mothers, as well as their families to take a more holistic approach towards pregnancy and its care. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Rohan. शिवानी दीदी, आप हमसे छुट्टी ले सकते हैं. आपको हमने इतना देर ये परिवार में आपको बांध के
I will listen to Dr. Alpesh Gandhi.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll request Dr. Alpesh Gandhi, President Foxy 2020, to share his views and blessings.
Thank you, Girish Bhai, and I now take pleasure in inviting Dr. Sneha Bhoyar, Chairperson of the Female Breast Committee of Foxy, to welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Alpesh Gandhi, sir.
Om Shanti. I welcome all the divine angels, and at the outset, I would like to thank the organizers for giving us this opportunity. It's my proud privilege to welcome and introduce our respected Foxy President, Dr. Alpesh Gandhi. Being a Foxy President and so active, I don't think he needs any formal introduction, but just as a duty, I'm doing this. And as all of you know this, during this COVID pandemic, he has been the most active president, virtually most active person, you can say, from working and reaching not only the unreached, not only the Foxians, but the postgraduate students, the teachers, the common public as well. He is not touched only the fields of obstetrics and gynecology, but also neonatology, sexual medicine, HIV, AIDS, breastfeeding, breast diseases, oncology, and organ transplant, and violence against women and Garbhasanskar now. So many activities, and he is reaching and giving his messages actively. Just to present formally the introduction, he's the President Foxy 2020. He was the Vice President of Foxy in 2013, Governing Council member ICUG in 2016-17, Chairperson of Practical Obstetrics Committee Foxy 2009 to 11, at present Vice President Justices India Chapter, and he has so many accolades to his credit. May I now present to you our great visionary president, Dr. Alpesh Gandhi. Alpesh, sir, the screen is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sneha, for the kind introduction. Respected Sister Shivani Didi, Namaste, Om Shanti. Guest of honor, Dr. Banarasi Lal Saji, Dr. Subhda ji, esteemed faculties, dear colleagues and friends. After a wonderful, inspirational, motivational speech and message from our respected Shivani Didi, we all are like in a divine atmosphere. A great message she has conveyed to all of us. Particularly, I would like to mention, with her permission, few messages. Like she has conveyed to all of us a great message that spirituality is deeply associated with healthcare. She has also conveyed us that in our hospitals, healing energy should be also, there should be also divine energy with healing energy. And she has also conveyed us message that emotional health of patients, for emotional health of patients, emotional health of doctor is also very, very important. And so we all should give 30 minutes to all of us. And emotional intelligence and health is very important after this COVID-19 pandemic. And again, she has nicely conveyed that positive thoughts, positive energy, and positive emotion is required, is very important for the fetus in womb itself. And in a single line, she has conveyed our importance. Dr. Sahab ne kaha hai. These three words are very important for all of us to understand our role. What we are conveying to our patients, they are believing blindly, we can say they are believing, they are following our advices. Foxy and Medical Wing Brahma Kumaris have a good, impactful association and journey since last 3 years. In January 2018, our past president, Dr. Jaideep Malhotra, had launched Adbhut Matrutva at Bhubaneswar. And I also attended that program. And then again, we organized Adbhut Matrutva TOT at ORC, Gurgaon in March 2018. And I was fortunate again to participate in this TOT. In February 2019, again, we have a WOW TOT at ORC Gurgaon, and I was again participated in this TOT. And in 2020, I have started my tenure with an inspirational speech on healing the healers and blessings by inspirational, motivational, great speaker, Sister Shivani Didi on 31st January at Lucknow during landmark 63 AICOG of Foxy. This year we had 2 community connect programs with Brahma Kumaris on International Yoga Day and during the breastfeeding promotion week. Being pregnant is one of the most joyful and important period of any woman's life. And Foxy believed that the preconceptional period and the first 1,000 days of life provides a critical window of opportunity to develop a health and nutrition foundation to impact child's entire life. Preconception care has a positive effect on a range of various health outcomes, and good nutrition during the first 1,000 days of life from conception until child's second birthday is crucial to the future health, neurodevelopment, strong immunity, protection from the chronic diseases, well-being and success of a child, and economic prosperity of any country. First 1,000 days is a program close to the heart of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It's a package of activities to promote and support appropriate maternal care, neonatal care, infant feeding. It's a package of care from preconceptional to postnatal and up to second birthday of a baby. Antenatal care is one of the pillars of safe motherhood and is one of the best example of preventive healthcare in modern medicine. Now we have evidences which suggest of many fetal origin of adulthood diseases. It means many diseases started when fetus is in the womb, and it is a well-established fact that fetus starts learning from the womb. Timely initiation of breastfeeding should be promoted to start at the earliest or within the first hour of birth, and it is most important safety measure of the newborn. It is the best vaccine and best gift. In the past, the paradigm was a healthy mother for a healthy baby, which has now shifted to healthy woman for a healthy mother and for a healthy baby. Previously, the concern was for a live baby, which had changed to a healthy baby, and now it has changed to a healthy and happy baby. So a woman should be physically and mentally healthy and happy for a healthy and happy baby. Adequate nutrition, diet, antenatal and postnatal exercises, and meditation, yoga, positive thinking, positive environment in the family, and positive environment in the society are very helpful in keeping a mother physically, mentally, and emotionally healthy. God has given us an opportunity to take care of mother from preconceptional and during the first 1,000 days program to ensure and form the strong foundation for a healthy, physically, mentally, and emotionally healthy and happy baby, and thus the future generation of our country. I salute to all of you for continuing good essential healthcare services and good social activities during this difficult and uncertain time of COVID-19 pandemic. I appreciate the efforts done, and I congratulate Dr. Subhda Neel and Dr. Banarasi Bhai and all the organizers for the initiation and the informative web series on 3-dimensional antenatal care. And we express our gratitude to Sister B.K. Shivani Didi. I am happy to see our 5 important subcommittees of Foxy and ICOG associated with the program. Foxy believes in strong, respectful, impactful partnership. I wish grand success to the web series. I wish happy and impactful learning and safety to all of you. I'm sure this web series is going to help our doctors, not only doctors, but so many mothers across the globe. I am thankful to all of you for giving me this opportunity, this honor, and for the patient hearing. Thank you very much. And once again, namaste to all of you.
Thank you so much, Alpesh sir, for always inspiring us. I now invite Dr. Komal Chavan, Chairperson of Foxy Medical Disorder Committee, to welcome Dr. Rishikesh Pai sir.
Thank you, Niharika. And at the outset, I would like to give my regards to Shivani ji and all the esteemed seniors who have been here, the presidents, past presidents, and the incoming president. And I would also like to thank Shubda for this unique program which she has conceptualized. And I really thank her for associating it with the Foxy Medical Disorders in Pregnancy Committee. And I have been given the task to introduce Dr. Rishikesh Pai, sir, who is a very famous and a well-known gynecologist in India. And being the director of the Bloom IVF group, which is all placed all over India, and he is now the president-elect of Foxy 2022-23, administrator of Foxy Manyata Initiative, director of corporate affairs of IFFS, and he is a teacher, professor, a postgraduate teacher, and a guide, visiting professor at Manipal University, and has received numerous awards to his credit, almost 30 plus award, and an RCOG. He was also honored with a fellowship by RCOG and awards by all the eminent leading organization, that is ISSRF, by Foxy, IMA, and has delivered numerous orations, has edited 16 plus books, 50 chapters, the enormous work he is doing. And we are now waiting to see him as a president of Foxy, and really a dynamic person himself. Dr. Rishikesh Pai, is over to you. Please share your thoughts about this program.
Thank you, Komal. I would like to thank all of you. I mean, there are a lot of people. I know Dr. Our President Alpesh, our sister Shivani has left now, and Dr. Ashok Mehta, who is a great surgeon, Dr. Sureka Patil, our DY Patil Dean now, and of course the President, Dr. Nandita is there, Dr. Jaideep is there, Narendra, Dr. Megh, our ICOG chair is there. And, I must not forget all the youngsters, Niharika, Rohan, Sneha Bhoyar, also I'll classify you all as youngsters only, Komal, all of you are there. And of course, Subhada Neel, who is, as Nandita was saying, a very dynamic force. And I should not forget, Sudeep is there from Zydus. They are very important for all of us. So actually, I was looking at the Brahma Kumari history, and they actually started in 1936 under Dada Lekraj. And Dadi Janki then took over. Then my dad was associated with them, and I went to. And then now they are nearly spread over 8,000 locations in 110 countries. More than 1 million people every day do meditation around all over the globe, and it's been. Foxy connection got established in 2018 when Jaideep was the president, and we are now sustaining it because Foxy is a large organization with multiple relationships, and different presidents are like one of the landmark things. According to me, what Alpesh started was the postgraduate thing, which is a fantastic. So it will be sustained by all the presidents in the future. So different people do different things, and the federation sustains them. As far as this is concerned, I was thinking that openness is very important in mind. We have to keep ourselves open to new concepts. They are there, and so this is the concept of mindfulness, basically spirituality, mindfulness. In abroad, they call it mindfulness. We call it yoga, whatever we want to call it. And change is also very essential for all of us, and we have to keep on changing all the time, and we have to adapt all the time. So I'm got a philosophy of incorporation, inclusiveness, adjustment. You can't have total change. It's very difficult. Total change is difficult. Adaptable change is what is important to sustain and I think if you look at our Indian democracy of last 70 years, that has been our sustaining factor. We have been adaptable. We have incorporated our changes, and this is a part of our religious training of 2000 years. The religion has told us to adapt and embrace, and like the symbolism of Shiva drinking the poison, so we take in everything and we digest it, and then we incorporate it in our being, in our existence. Anyway, I am not here to tell you all these things. So I'm really thankful that this is a fantastic program, and it's important for us, for our society. And as Alpesh Bhai said, that it's, so I feel that we have got 2.5 crore deliveries every year. So we ultimate objective would be maybe in the next 10 years, maybe when Niharika and Rohan and all become the ultimately the office bearers of the federation, maybe what we have started will become actual, because I feel that we should be like England. As you know, RCOG is our objective. Everyone should get care. Everyone should have integrated care. Everyone should have, you know, uniform care. Teaching of all the doctors should be uniform. Everything should be integrated. Everything. That's what England is. But England was a democracy of which started in 1200 AD. We are a democracy which has started just 70 years back. So in that, the rate of change has been very rapid in our country. We are catching up very fast, but it will take us time. We can't be England in next 25 years. We will be England in next 200 years. Remember that. Because India is not Mumbai and Delhi. India is the last smallest village. That is India. So when that change goes to that village, which my estimate is the change will take 200 years. That is the time. So we have to target that change. And we have to all work towards it. We'll come and go. Then your generation will come and go. And that will keep on, we will keep on evolving. Evolution is the essence of what we all are. Thank you very much for calling me here. I've learned a lot also, incorporated a lot, and I hope to also apply it in my life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. You actually always touch hearts, and that I truly admire you always. Thank you, sir. I now invite Dr. Sneha Buyar to welcome our next guest of honor, Dr. Mandakini Meg, madam.
Yes, thanks, Niharika. And thank you, Rishikesh, sir, for categorizing me also into the younger brigade of Foxy, though my next generation is already joining. I am very happy and proud to introduce Dr. Mandakini Meg, madam, the ICOG chairperson. Madam is a very outspoken and well-known personality in Foxy and ICOG, and she has taken ICOG to the next level. She's a very strict administrator, has innovative thoughts and ideas and very good planning as well. She has taken ICOG to the next level, truly the academic wing of Foxy. And she has planned so many certification courses, including breastfeeding, breast diseases, reproductive medicine, adolescent health, as well as fetal medicine, oncology, and even exclusive obstetrics now in pipeline. Madam is the chairperson of ICOG Foxy, International Vice President of MWI Central Asia, Vice President AMWI Central Caucasus, chairperson amongst National Vice President Foxy 2012-13, Managing Council Member MOGS, and she was the Deputy Director of Health Services, Government of Maharashtra, in charge of Family Welfare, RCH, PCP, NDT, MTP, and others. She has so many accolades, credit, and I welcome you, madam, here, and the screen is yours. Thank you.
So, good afternoon. Namaskar. I think I already said what I wanted to say, but as a matter of humility, I really want to congratulate, first of all, Shubhada for initiating this very, very good concept of the Garbha Sanskar. Also, I would like to thank our President, Dr. Alpesh Gandhi, for endorsing it, this program. Also, Jaideep Malhotra for initiation of this very, very spiritual journey, where we were in the beginning thought it's okay, but later on we got so much hooked that now I think we are also going to be, after our retirement, we are going to be a spiritual leaders only. What do you say, ऋषिकेश?
Yeah, agreed.
थोड़े दिन में हम लोग सब ऑटोमेटिक हम लोग सब ये देने लगेंगे, सबको संस्कार देने लगेंगे. So no problem. So this is a wonderful. And what Shobhada, Didi, everybody is doing that. बहुत जो हमारे पुराने के जो संस्कार थे, जो हमारे जो इसमें लिखा हुआ है, पुराणों में लिखा हुआ है, that the fetus has got all the, listening to you, having everything, knowing. And one interesting thing which I have, read very recently, that what the wives of the Jews, they do, why they are so much advanced, they are mathematician, they are world leaders in business, mein kya khas baat? Then I realized they say that the wives of the Jews are reading the mathematics books from the first month of the pregnancy. And they are given a lot of other literature books, the books which they want their children to read after their birth. And I was so impressed because they had a list of the Jews all over the world who are the, richest people, biggest businessmen. Why? Because those Garbha Sanskar, they believe in those Garbha Sanskar, before the birth. Second thing, our own Shastra, where Abhimanyu was, listening to all the entries into the Yuddha, but he couldn't listen how to come out. So with this, we all strong believe that the Garbha Sanskar, is very, very important. We should not only look at the patient from the ANC, 24 weeks, 28 weeks, 32, ho gaya, child is born. No, we are looking the fetus as a person. And we are looking after his mental development. We are looking after their physical development. Jews, recently I read a very big book. I don't remember the author, but I'm so impressed. And this is all with this philosophy which we are trying to propagate. And as a obstetrician, we are all the time high risk pregnancy. We are talking about mothers. But now when we talk of the future fetuses, which is going to be ruling the world after after this 20, 30 years, I think this is a very, very, good initiation. I listened to Dr. Sneha Deshmukh, very, very in detail. She has given oration at many places, Garbha Sanskar. And she has given very interesting thing that they have experimented with the different voices to the child. But as soon as the father was talking to the child, beta dekho, suddenly, there were different kind of, the reactions from the fetus. They have proved that when the child is also listening to the father, he is understanding, he is my father. Similarly for the mother, he has got the attachments. So many emotional, spiritual, developmental, and I think so many things are, already there, and we are recognizing this. This is most important. So I think I will like to propagate this as a ICOG also. Foxy is already doing it. And I will like our obstetricians to have this Garbha Sanskar. I think many of the ladies are privately, asking the women to come to the Garbha Sanskar clinic. So why not in our own clinics, we have one day for the Garbha Sanskar. Even in the government hospitals also, in the afternoon there are relaxed OPDs. There also we can admit in the municipal hospital, and it will be a great, though it is looking very difficult, but great initiation. So I think this is going to be a wonderful. I myself is very much convinced because I have read so many books of the fetus are being, taught itself in the So I congratulate Brahma Kumaris, I congratulate Shubhada and Shivani Didi for continuously uplifting our spirits, and we are becoming a spiritual person. Thank you, Jaideep. Thank you also. And thank you for inviting me as a guest of honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, madam, for always speaking from your heart. I now invite Dr. Komal to Pandit.
You need to unmute. Komal, you need to
unmute.
I take pleasure to now introduce Professor Dr. Suchitra Pandit, and I have a pleasure of working and associating her since my residency. She was a professor and a unit chief of LTMMC, LTMG, Sion Hospital, and has been teacher since last 33 years. And she is also instrumental in doing a lot of new things. Like she was coordinating the Kishori Adolescent Empowerment Project at that time. Then when she was a president, of Foxy in 2014-15, she started the Youth Mela, which was a real empowering the youth, and almost more than 300 youth mela she has done, and it's a continuing activity. So wherever Madam goes, she does exceptional work. And now currently she is a chairperson of AICC RCOG. She has been now the immediate past president of ISOPAP, and now she has started the Mumbai chapter of ISOPAP, and I am very happy working with her. So uh, she has also been a representative, Foxy representative to AOFOC, chair of SAFOC Medical Education Committee, and has been president of MOGS, president of organization Gestosis. So, Madam is a real great orator, and it's always pleasure to listen to her. Over to you, Dr. Suchitra Pandit, Madam. Please share us your views about these programs and your pearls of wisdom.
Thank you very much, Komal, for those kind words. And I thank the entire team of Brahma Kumaris, led, of course, by Shivani Devi. And, of course, I've always heard so many talks of Shivani Devi on the video. I've had the opportunity to meet her thanks to Dr. Jaideep at the Bhubaneswar conference, where we had that early morning session with her. And I've also had the pleasure of meeting Dr. Ashok Mehta many years ago. Sir may not remember me, but Shubda Neil has been my point of contact. And Shubda has been in touch with me several times. And I must say also that Shubda had contacted me during my presidential year, but that was towards the fag end, when that last 1 month was left, and I promised that I will come and join in, but somehow I couldn't join in the programs. I must say that, after having heard so many sessions, it's such a wonderful feeling that Adbhut Matrutva is a beautiful program, because I myself have, I have that little bit of spirituality, thanks to my parents and thanks to the family background. But I've always thought that, we have to think beyond our duty. We have to be passionate in what we do, and we have to give something to that patient of ours, so that she feels that she is like a family member. Apart from the medical advice, we have to care for her. And particularly when we are talking of pregnant women, I really love each and every line of what Shivani Didi said, that, if you do a good sanskar and you yourself are sanskari, then that fetus inside you, the baby, that beautiful life which is growing inside you, also starts, imbibing all those things. And it is so true. We know even our past, Abhimanyu learned so many things when he was inside his mother's womb. So we know that Garbha Sanskar plays a very important role. And I think in today's time, when you're talking of so much of technology, and when we are talking of the morning, Shivani Didi mentioned about how children are being completely, they look at all their machines, they're all the time on the phones, and they don't want to go and play out. Yes, this is such an important thing, to be able to connect to the nature, to be able to connect to the reality rather than just be technology based. Of course, we all agree that in COVID times, or time like this, we are all connected because of technology. But then everything has a limited value. But spirituality goes, I think, beyond that. I just want to relate one particular experience of mine. I'd been to Kailas Manasarovar, and believe me, I had gone because I'm a nature lover and I love trekking. And I'd gone with more of an adventurous bend of mind. But when I actually went there, and there wasn't any pujari or pandit with us, but we just felt that oneness with the nature, that oneness with the spirituality. And automatically after that yatra, there was a complete different thought process that came to my mind. And I think, divinity is something which you experience, and you have to believe that you can also think about that. And, when you have a spiritual leader like Shivani Didi, I think that helps all of us to change our thought process. And believe me, friends, what I personally feel is, one has to be grounded. And for being grounded to the world, you may have lots of achievements, you may have acquired a lot of material goods, but what is most important is, how are you as a human being? How are you with others? And what is yours? And that spirituality helps you that, you know, there is something beyond the material goods. It is that human to human contact. It is that feeling that our fellow human being is having some suffering or needs our help, I think, beyond the call of duty. And this is where it's today the need of the hour. More so for our younger generations, Komal, you'll agree that, you know, when we see our students, they're running after this course and that course and that course, and sometimes just so agitated. We as teachers have to talk to them, calm them down, counsel them, and communicate well with them so that, you know, they understand what all this is about. So I think that you know, even the concept of Garbha Sanskar is a beautiful concept. It dates back to our Puranas. We had lost it somewhere. And, you know, we thank Dr. Jaydeep for bringing it back to us. And at the same time, along with that, try to imbibe whatever we can in our day-to-day practices. And, you know, I can talk on and on and on. I know that there is a time limit, so I should stop over here. But once more, thank you, everybody, and Shubda for making me a part of this wonderful divine e-conclave. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Suchitra and Pandit, for that beautiful words of wisdom. And we could sense you were speaking from your heart. To continue forward, friends, now I would request Dr. Vijay Patil. I think he's not present, but still he has a written message for us. He's the president of D.Y. Patil University, an educationist, a philanthropist, and a devoted sports aficionado. And he would, Dr. Shubda, do we have his written message? Yeah, let me see if I can. Is it an audio or?
It is written message, Girish bhai.
I can't read it. I mean, it's so, the small fonts are so small.
Do I read it? Do I read it on your behalf, sir?
Please do it. Please do it. I just can't.
So he says, I extend my heartiest congratulations to the organizers for their international web series on unique antenatal well-being program, Divine Garbha Sanskar, 3-dimensional antenatal care. The theme is very relevant in the current scenario and is a paradigm shift which can address many of the issues that expectant mothers and family members, gynecologists, and other antenatal healthcare providers continue to face. Also compliments for the active initiative taken by the medical wing of Brahma Kumaris. It truly promotes the cause of spiritual reawakening of humanity. My best wishes to all the organizers, and I wish them success for their future endeavors. Dr. Vijay Patil, Chancellor, DY, deemed to be University, Navi Mumbai.
Dr. Niharika, you can take over.
Thank you so much, Girish bhai. So I would now welcome our next guest. And before that, I would like to say, leadership comes in small acts as well as bold strokes. And it gives me great pleasure in inviting a loving, bold, and inspiring leader today, Dr. Nandita Palshetkar, Madam. We all know Dr. Nandita Palshetkar. She is President AMOGS. She's been the recipient of FRCOG. She was the former president of many organizations like FOXY, MOGS, IGE. She's also the teacher for super speciality, FNB, and recipient of many, many awards. I welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Niharika. I think this whole event today has been an amazing, amazing experience. In fact, I would really congratulate this 3D antenatal case series is just superb. And Dr. Ashok Mehta actually took me back to my, he reminded me of my childhood where actually Vijay, me, all of us were young children growing up with our father, Dr. D.Y. Patil. He's very spiritual and, we had a lot of spiritual leaders whom we were associated with. There were a lot of discourses, there were a lot of discussions in our living room. And I suddenly came back with the thing that, we grew up with all that. I have never had my father scream at me or yell at me or even touch any of us kids, whatever we did. We were naughty. We were really naughty. And I think that is the whole ethos which Sister Shivani Didi was talking about, that to be nice. And that's what, I've seen him behave with young, old, with even the person who cleans. He believes in dignity of work. The person who cleans our college, her son became a doctor in our college. So I think I've seen this generosity, and I think all this, being kind, being nice, being passionate, is a form of spirituality which we all Indians have. This has been given to us down the generations. It's been handed on to us, and it is the culture which we've imbibed from our parents. And it had got lost somehow in me, because we got too busy, the work took on a lot of time, and you wanted to achieve this, you wanted to do that. But remember one thing, that none of us have lost that human touch, that human care, the empathy which we have towards each other. In all this rise that has been there, achieving all these things, this has always been an ingredient. And I feel we gynecologists, as Dr. Ashok Mehta said, that, not only women, even the men gynecologists in our fraternity are very sensitive, because we are dealing with women. Women are from Venus. We have to remember that. And you have to deal with them differently. And even our Vedas actually have taught us that if there's harmony between mind, body, and soul, nothing is impossible. And I think today's program, Garbha Sanskar, is really a beautiful amalgamation of a holistic way of treating the patient. And actually our scientific evidence has shown that, a disciplined lifestyle, healthy living will actually take care of a lot of diseases. And I think Garbha Sanskar actually embodies it. In fact, Charak, I think he was one of the founder people who talked about Garbha Sanskar, wrote that uterus is not just an organ. It is the divine school in which the unborn child is learning. And who is controlling the school? I think it's the mother. And as Shivani Didi has said, that we have to be good, we have to be nice, to be able to tell our patients that please behave well, don't get angry. So I think it's a change which all of us have to get about in us, and COVID has taught us this. COVID has connected me with my inner soul, and it has awakened in me the passion to be kind. My DP also on my WhatsApp says be kind. I think you have to learn to be kind. You have to learn to be generous with people. And God has given us a lot. And that satiety center needs to be awakened in each and every one of us. And I think that will translate into us taking care of our patients and making them change their minds, and awakening their inner satiety centers and their inner self. So I think I will stop here. Congratulations, Shubhda, and all the organizations which have come together. All my young, chairpersons, Komal, the Sneha, I think Niharika, it's fantastic job, well done. And I'm very, very happy to be part of this project. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Nandita, for that sweet words of inspiration and bringing and connecting to what the ancient medical science had to tell us. Friends, now we have a very senior, very experienced, very loving, very humble, very soft-spoken, very intellectual Dr. Ashok R. Mehta ji with us. He is a medical director and senior surgical oncologist with the Brahma Kumaris Global Hospital and Research Center, managing the BACS Municipal General Hospital, Mumbai. He is the honorary medical director of the Global Hospital and Research Center in Mount Abu. Yeah, Sharvari, if you can show Dr. Mehta's presentation. Yeah, and the president of the medical wing of the Raj Yoga Education and Research Foundation, Brahma Kumaris. And you can, we cannot stop talking about him, but a few awards. He's a recipient of the Dr. B.C. Roy National Award 1996 in the category of Development of Specialties, Head and Neck Surgery. He was awarded by the Advanced Center of Radiation Oncology, Dr. D.J. Jusawala Oration in November 2009. And at the same time, he received the Lifetime Achievement Award by the International Federation of Head and Neck Oncology Society. And keeping aside all those things, he's a very wonderful person, very genuine person. I've had the opportunity to meet him a lot of times. He's like a father figure for me, always trying to guide and motivate us. So I present to you Dr. Ashoka Mehta. Sir, please share your words of wisdom and blessings to all of us.
Thank you, Girish Bhai. Thank you for kind words, but I think my video is not going. Yeah, that's correct. First of all, let me congratulate the entire group of gynecologists, Foxy, all the past presidents, the current president, and the future presidents for really supporting this beautiful program of Garbha Sanskar. I think you heard a lot about Sukutaben's work. I have a great regard for her organizing capacity. She is a dynamic leader, and I hope that she continues to achieve much more than what she has achieved till now. Let me introduce you to a little about the Brahma Kumaris. The Brahma Kumaris is, the name is Prajapita Brahma Kumari Ishwariya Vishwavidyalaya. Now, it is a Ishwariya Vishwavidyalaya. It's a university established by the Supreme Father. We call it Shiva Baba, or the Paramatma, God, whatever you want to call Allah. So this is not a man-made university. Second thing, you see all the people talking like Shivani Behan. All that she says is something which is a direct knowledge, but she has beautifully translated into our daily routine life. So this is one thing about it. We have the Brahma Kumaris have been working through 19 wings, almost at a grassroots level. Medical wing is only one of the 19 wings. They have a youth wing, administrators, politicians, artist wing, a women's wing, youth wing, and so on. But IT wing. But the important part is that all of us receive the same knowledge. About the medical wing, this medical wing started its program almost 35 years back. We started with the spiritual health fairs. And these health fairs were held for 7 days in a place, and they were almost more than 250 health fairs across the country in 30 years. Then we have lots annual mind-body medicine conferences, which have really been very impressive. If you come to any one of these conferences in Mount Abu, we have a place which is a retreat center called Gyan Sarovar, or Academy for a Better World, where they live for 3 days. They are different. It's a phenomenal place. And this mind-body medicine conferences, now we are going to move into next step, is to have a mind-body medicine diploma course for 1 year under the Annamalai University. We are in the process of doing it. And probably that would also give a lot of insight into those consultants. Because this is it's a distant program with only 8 or 10 days of meeting together. Then we are running a program called Values in Healthcare, a Spiritual Approach. This is a phenomenal program. It has 8 modules, and we call it Experiential Facilitated Program, where it's not lectures, but you're introduced to a subject. For example, we have 8 values that we talk about. The values, we have the values of peace, positivity, compassion, cooperation, welfare, spiritual and health. Now, the important part of it is the doctors take care of the patient. They don't take care of the patient. So the important part is doctors heal thyself. Now, heal thyself is because I think it's going back to spirituality, to change your lifestyle. I think this is very important, to be peaceful, to be positive, to be compassionate, to be cooperative. I think this is a very valuable program in my opinion, but the only thing, it requires time. Each module takes about 8 hours, a whole day's program. This is what most of the people cannot afford in terms of time. That's what they feel. But if they attend this program, their life will be different. Like what you have all talked about, spirituality, that you have been listening to Shivani Behan. And I think today, sitting at home, for example, I was talking about these programs, Vyasa. Then we have got three important lifestyle modification program. One is for coronary artery disease, another is for diabetes, and third, of course, for Garbha Sanskar that we are talking about. They all of them basically are talking about diet, vegetarian diet, high fiber diet, appropriate nutritional diet, exercises, physical, and of course the meditation. Meditation, if I have to describe Brahma Kumaris in one sentence, everything is positive. You will never hear anyone talking anything negative. Throughout this whole conference, if you notice, there's not been a single word said that was not positive. That's the beauty of the Brahma Kumaris. I do not know its time, which is a constraint, but I suggest that if you get an opportunity, do spend some time even with the local centers that we have. We have centers in almost every part of the city in Mumbai. There are almost 70 centers in Maharashtra. So I think those of you who have at least some interest in meditation, it's a beautiful way of learning. Yeah, of course, today the best way is to go to YouTube. If you have a premium YouTube, you have everything. You have to just put the name and ask for it, and you have all the lectures in the world. As a matter of fact, I'm enjoying, for last 9 months, I have not gone to the hospital because I'm 83 now. And, I don't want to expose myself to COVID infection because our hospital has been almost taken over completely by COVID patients from the corporation. But what I have felt that these 9 months have given me a beautiful time for my inner journey. Everything is available and I'm enjoying the leisure, which I've never enjoyed before. And the best part, I'll tell you, I'm enjoying my own house. I live in a house, it's so beautiful. I never realized that with a terrace and birds and gardens and breeze and just across this Juhu beach, that sometimes I feel that what Nandita said, very interesting, that we have everything, but we are still working very hard. I think I will stop here, but thank you, Subhada, for giving me an opportunity of meeting such wonderful group of, I would say, the spiritual leaders. Thank you very much. All the best to you. Om Shanti.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Leaders don't set out to be leaders, but they set out to make a difference. It's never about the role, but it's always about that goal. Let me welcome a special leader with a difference, Dr. Jaideep Malhotra. Formally inviting her as the Director of Rainbow IVF, President of Indian Society of Prenatal Diagnosis and Therapy, President of South Asian Federation of Menopause Society, past President of many organizations, and of course, my mother. Welcome, Dr. Jaideep.
Thank you, Niharika. Thank you so much. And Om Shanti to everyone. Dear friends, I think I am the happiest today this has been a day which will be remembered in my life as a day which has really given me immense satisfaction. And my heartiest congratulations to each and every one who's sitting on the dais today and has been part of this beautiful journey, which I think we are now probably going to arrive and make a difference in women's life. I just wanted to tell Ashok Bhai especially, I have met you in one of the courses at Mount Abu. Girish Bhai has been there with us throughout my Foxy year. When I was going to take over as Foxy president, I went for a while, for about 7 days, to think, what is it that I'm going to do? Because I'm a third generation gynecologist in my family. So we have delivered grandmothers, mothers, then the daughter-in-laws and daughters. And the change which my mother-in-law used to tell me, that the change which is coming in the doctors and also in the patients and the generations. And I kept on thinking, what will I do which will really, bring what we are really suffering today? We are over-medicalizing delivery, which is a normal, natural event. Our doctors are totally stressed that quality, ethics, and dignity is missing. And I'm just thinking in all those days, and one of the days I come across Shivani Didi in one of the meetings where I was invited as a guest of honor to attend. And that was the game changer, I think, not only for me, but for our whole organization. Because when I actually started, meeting people, there's so many, Garbh Sanskar is like centuries old. And there's so many organizations who are working towards it. But the connect between the people who care for women and these spiritual organizations was missing. And that connect was very important for all of us. Because there is absolutely, as I said, no science without spirituality. And the connect with the people, doctor comes across many people and they have very limited time. So this whole connect between Brahma Kumaris and Foxy, I think is going to be a very new direction. And today my heart is full today when I see, all the presidents who were after me. I took over in 2018. And then Nandita, then Alpesh, now Shanta and Rishikesh, everyone is there on board today. So this is a very, very healthy sign, because this is what is going to dictate how medical care is going to be for the mothers tomorrow, because those mothers are going to be carrying the future generations. And it's not only that, the non-communicable diseases, the psychological aspects of personalities. I mean, we have so many other issues which the foundations are all laid in utero. And what we were doing as medical persons was writing prescriptions. And this is now today, I'm sure we're going to write a very different kind of prescription, which is not only going to make this journey an incredible one, but also will make our lives beautiful. Because what you actually then feel after doing that job well is something very different. I'm so happy that Adbhut Matritva, which actually is an amalgamation of two programs. One was Shubda's Divine Mother, and the other was Nikita's Virtue Baby. Now, this was basically an amalgamation of both, with the thought process which I actually had, because I could not use those names because both of them were working on those. And I and Dr. Shivani Didi actually sat down and we brought this name together. And this name now has been very well accepted, and the whole concept is very well accepted. And I would really go ahead and tell you that we have developed a beautiful app based on this only, which is called as iMums. And I'll urge all of you to use it for your patients, because this app has won Pradhan Mantri's Aatmanirbhar Challenge this year itself in August. And this app is now going global. And we are reaching out to millions and millions of women with our Garbh Sanskar concept all over the world. And this app has actually, now we are having a lot of inquiries from the Western world who really want to associate, including APA, which is there. So I would just say that it was a small thought with all, like what we normally say is that necessity is the mother of all inventions. And it was very necessary to bring in spirituality in our medical profession at that point of time. And it is probably now going to be a game changer for all the gynecologists and obstetricians of the world, because this is going to have a very long-term impact on our future generations in the most positive way. So I'd like to really congratulate and thank each and every one of you, especially the Brahmakumari Foundation, right from starting from Sister Shivani to Ashok Ji, Banwari Bhai, Girish Bhai, and many others, Shubda, Nikita, they have been all there to keep on moving and keep on taking people along. So thank you very much, and God bless you all, and keep on doing the good work, and very, 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 very proud of all of you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Jaideep Malhotra. In fact, I also remember the kind of extensive programs we did when you were the president of FOXI. Thank you so much. Do we have Dr. Jaideep Tank with us?
So he's busy with emergency cesarean.
Fine, we go ahead.
So he just conveyed his best wishes.
So I would love to invite Dr. Usha Sharma, FRCOG London, the National President, ISOPAP 2020-22, Senior Consultant, Obstetrics and Gynecology, SK Memorial Hospital and AK Memorial Nursing Home in Patna, Honorary Consultant, Red Cross Polyclinic Patna, and she has contributed a lot of chapters in the FOXI publication. I request you, ma'am, to share your blessings and good wishes for the success of the program. Dr. Usha
First of all, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, very clearly.
With inner joy, I congratulate Brahmakumaris and Sister Shivani, Dr. Subhada, for their noble venture regarding this Garbha Sanskar 3D care. It's not a new concept, but now it is being popularized. Now, greetings from ISOPAP, and at this juncture, I can assure you that all ISOPAP members are going to get associated with you and cooperate with you in this venture. Now coming to Garbha Sanskar. What is Garbha Sanskar? This is the first sanskar between the 16 sanskars of a soul. It starts the journey from the mother's womb, where the mother first of all nourishes the baby, then prepares the baby for future, after birth, for future struggle in the world. And as Sister Shivani said, that babies or fetuses can learn inside the womb. This is known from ancient times. We know from Mahabharata that Abhimanyu knew how to undo the Chakravyuh, and that is many hundred years ago. If you come to the newer ventures and want a scientific proof, VAS, vibroacoustic stimulation, which we perform nowadays to see if the fetus can hear and respond to it. So these are two very simple examples which show that the fetuses can learn in the womb itself. Now we should, like obstetricians and gynecologists, what service are we providing them today? We look after their medical needs. We ensure they have a safe delivery and a postpartum period. But if we want to reach out further and improve upon ourselves, we'll have to pause and think, are we doing enough? The answer is we need to improve upon ourselves. And that is by Garbha Sanskar and 3D care. 3D care not only provides healthy pregnancy, but it also looks after the mother, the family, the society. So everybody is there to encourage the woman so she has de-stressed, or rather a very happy pregnancy, which will definitely improve upon our perinatal care outcome, which is again the motto of ISOPAR. Now, the next thing I would like to say that thank you for inviting me to share my views and greetings on this platform. We are always there. Just give a call and we are there to associate and work with you in this noble venture. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Usha Sharma, ma'am, for that words of inspiration and making a point that you will support in this particular cause. Friends, we are on the last leg of today's session, but before we go on to the vote of thanks, I would like to remind all the viewers that from tomorrow onwards, that is Monday.
Sharvari, please display slide. Sharvari, Raj Yoga meditation slide.
Yeah, because Dr. Ashok Mehta ji was mentioning, Sister Shivani was mentioning that we need to, our energy has to change, our sanskar has to change, only then it will impact the patient. So from tomorrow onwards, rather for the next 3 months, every Monday to Thursday, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. for 4 days, we have this basic Raj Yoga meditation program, out of which Sister Shivani was sharing all the applied spirituality aspects. So this would be the core spiritual principles what Brahma Kumaris try to, teach the whole world. And every Saturday, Sunday, Saturday 5 to 6:15 p.m.
Sharvari, next slide, please. Next slide.
Okay. Every Saturday evening 5 to 6:15 p.m. and every Sunday morning from 11 to 12:15 p.m. we will have an expert faculty who would speak about what Sister Shivani was mentioning about the positive psychology, about happiness, about peace, about love, overcoming fear, stress, anger. So we will have a special expert session every Saturday, Sunday, followed from Monday to Thursday, the Raj Yoga meditation program. So friends,
Sharvari, next slide, please. Next slide. Next. ICOG credit point.
Yeah. Also, I would like to mention that every session has a credit point. So doctors, paramedical staff, or whosoever is attending, they'll get a certificate with that particular point is concerned. Now I'll request Dr. Kalyan Barmade. Dr. Kalyan is there.
Dr. Sneha will be having.
Will
Yes.
propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Girish Bhai. Thank you, Dr. Shubhda. Om Shanti. Respected seniors, dignitaries, dear friends, and all the viewers. We are at the end of this session, and let me take this opportunity to thank all of you. Friends, material pleasure gives you transient pleasure, but doing good to people and expressing gratitude brings us lifelong happiness. I would maintain that expressing thanks is the highest thought, and we should do this whenever we have the opportunity. For this, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to thank you all. Having understood and accepted the concept of fetal origin of adult disease, the epigenetics, organizing such workshops, the three-dimensional antenatal care, the holistic approach for the expectant mothers and their babies, is definitely a way forward, a welcome step. And for this, I would like to thank all the organizations who have actively contributed to this activity. FOXY, ICOG, AICC RCOG, AMOX, ISOPUB, D.Y. Patil Medical College, Medical Wing of Brahma Kumaris, and the various committees of FOXY, including the Study of Female Breast Disease Committee, Young Talent Promotion Committee, Public Awareness Committee, Safe Motherhood Committee, and Medical Disorders Committee of FOXY. All of this and all the respected presidents and heads of all these organizations, including respected Dr. Alpesh Gandhi, Dr. Suchitra Pandit, Dr. Mandakini Meg, Dr. Usha Sharma, Dr. Nandita Palshetkar, of President FOXY-elect, Dr. Shanta Kumari, who could not be there because of her parallel meeting of FIGO, respected Dr. Rishikesh Pai, all dear friends, chairpersons, and all the families and women who have joined here, all the academic partners, including Zydus and the event manager, the doc mode, the coordinators, and all the Brahma Kumaris, MOCs who have worked very hard for the success of this program. I thank one and all from the bottom of my heart. If at all, I have tried to include maximum names, but if at all somebody is missed, it's not intentional. Thank you one and all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Sneha, for that beautiful, vote of thanks. I would also request Mr. Sudeep Mukherjee, Senior General Manager, Marketing and Sales, Zydus, to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you. I heartily thanks to the organizer, especially Dr. Shubhda Neel, for conceptualizing this wonderful concept of three-dimensional antenatal care webinar series. Thank you, Sister Shivani Didi, for making this environment so auspicious and divine. A special thanks to Foxy and all the Foxy associations who have always been promoting medical education. And I am fortunate that Foxy has given Zydus to participate in and collaborate in so many academic events to make women's life a better place. I thank DocMode Health Technologies for being our technical partner, and my colleagues at Zydus, especially Mr. Swapnil Sonar, Dilip Risbud, Sharvari, and Dharmendra Saxena, who had worked tirelessly to make this program flawless. Once again, I will like to thank the organizer and Dr. Shubhda Neel, and looking forward to collaborate in such wonderful events in future too. Thank you, madam. Thank you for giving this opportunity to Zydus. Thank you.
Thank you. Shubhda Ben, we'll finish with a 1-minute meditation. Would that be fine?
Yes. So thank you one and all. Sabhi, thanks to one and all for joining. एंड लेट्स सभी टुगेदर जो कल से हमारा सेशंस चालू होगा, तो सभी पेशेंट्स को इट्स वेरी सिंपल, ये यूट्यूब पे स्क्रीन होगा, लाइव स्क्रीनिंग ऑन द यूट्यूब, डिवाइन गर्भ संस्कार लाइव स्क्रीन होगा फेसबुक पे भी. सो इट्स वेरी इजी टू, सभी को बताने के लिए भी इट्स वेरी इजी सिंपल दैट इट इज़ यूट्यूब लाइव ऑन द डिवाइन गर्भ संस्कार, फेसबुक लाइव ऑन द डिवाइन गर्भ संस्कार. एंड व्हाट यू कैन डू कि आप ये सभी एक पोस्टर डिस्प्ले कर सकते हैं ओपीडी में, बिकॉज इट्स गोइंग टू बी फॉर ऑलमोस्ट 3 months. एंड व्हाट आई हैव डन इन माय हॉस्पिटल इज we have created a WhatsApp group, so we are sending the link to everybody. So all the patients and the doctors, the colleagues, the antenatal healthcare providers, our staff, they can take the benefit of the Raj Yoga meditation course as well as the sessions, because we'll be having wonderful sessions like stress management, anger management, victory over fear. In fact, Professor E.V. Girish is going to be there with us for 2 sessions. Next Sunday, we'll be there with Professor E.V. Girish for almost 1.5 hours. It will be on the stress and anger management. So I request you all, and I welcome you all for his session for the next Sunday. And again, he'll be talking on the victory over fear. So friends, please join for all the Saturday, Sunday sessions, Saturday 5 o'clock and Sunday 11 o'clock. Just give 1 hour, 2 hours in a week for ourselves. Thank you again. So it's very simple. Divine Garbha Sanskar YouTube link, they have to just join. And all these sessions will be recorded on pre-recorded sessions will be there. So even if somebody misses, they can see anytime. Thank you. So let's meditate for 1 minute.
Yeah. Can you see the screen, Shubhda?
Yes.
And the music?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you will give the background commentary.
Yeah. So friends, just relax yourself. Take a deep breath in and slowly breathe out. Meditation is a very beautiful, positive communication with the self. That I am a very peaceful personality. And right now, I experience peace. My mind is relaxed. I am at ease and at peace. I thank the Almighty for this beautiful day, and I look forward to a beautiful, healthy, happy, prosperous life ahead. From today onwards, I'll keep attention with regard to my thoughts, my words, and actions. I will be sweet, loving, peaceful in all my interactions. I love myself, and I will give this gift of love and happiness to everyone I meet. I'll share happiness with others every moment of my life. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
So thank you everybody. Please go through the beautiful souvenir which we have created. So there are a lot of commentaries like what Girish Bhai just gave us a short experience of it. So we have given the written commentaries, and definitely on the YouTube we'll be uploading the guided meditation commentaries. There are few commentaries already there on the channel in Girish Bhai's voice. So you can start doing meditation daily. Thank you one and all. Thank you Zydus. Thank you Doc Mode. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I think we can go offline.
Thank you. Thank you.
आने वाली पीढ़ी को देंगे नया आकार, देंगे नया आकार। स्वस्थ खुशहाल माता और बालक का दिव्य निर्माण, गर्भ संस्कार, गर्भ संस्कार, गर्भ संस्कार।